Alright, so it is September 30th, 2019. I always got to double check. We put some fish peppers in here. We put the shishitos in here. We have one little Oda pepper in there, and that's Hungarian pumpkin pepper. The name's too hard to pronounce, but we use that as a stuff on the top. This is a regular cur jar. What we have here is simmering water. It's and vinegar, 50%, 50%. So half water, half vinegar, put to a simmer, not necessarily a boil, just at the very, very edge where it's starting to boil. And we are going to take that in just a second and show you what we do with.
This is a clean, sanitized jar that I boiled for at least 10 minutes. And then I also have the lid in the ring in boiling water right now. Just turn the stove off so it's not currently boiling, and then I will be pouring the vinegar water solution in here.
So we use the big pepper just to stuff it. We also like to throw garlic when we do these things in there. It's really good as kind of an extra help.
Yeah, flavor too.
And antibacterial, I believe.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and get the brine poured in. And I don't think I'm as talented as some people. Maybe. We'll give it a try. As I make a mess all over the place. Luckily I have a towel.
So just a bunch of peppers we got off the vine. Half vinegar, half water to a simmer. Sanitized jar, you put them all in there. We put a piece of, we like to put garlic in there too. Sometimes we put basil and other stuff in ours.
Push this down so I'm going to let some of the air bubbles out.
It's really hot water, so.
It's hot vinegar water, you don't want to grab the jar. And it's good to leave about 1 inch to 1/2 inch airspace on the top, but make sure that everything is covered. Try to get all the air bubbles out that I can. I might have to get something thinner to push in the sides to get the rest of that air out. Let the peppers soak up some of the juice before they top it off. I just want to make sure, you want to make sure that it's completely covered by the brine. And I'll grab my lid, my ring and my lid. And then tighten it down and sit and wait for it to pop. And that's how we do it. Sometimes I'll put it in some water for a hot water bath as well, and I might just do that after this video, because I still need to fill the pot up with water. And that is how we are jarring our peppers.
Yeah, we'll hear this pop eventually, huh?
Yeah, it will eventually pop. That's how we're doing it. We'll see how it turns out.
Half vinegar, half water. Let it simmer. Get the sterilized jars, stuff them in there the best you can. Pour this simmering vinegar water in. You can add garlic, basil. You can do this with tomatoes. You can do it with peppers. What we got here is just a bunch of peppers that we're hitting a cold snap right now, so we're kind of trying to collect what we can out of the yard, and so we have a bunch of excess right now, kind of going on, that's making it a little difficult. But we wanted to show what we were doing here for anybody that might be interested. It'll help preserve these for several months. A good, quick, easy method. I've seen people flip it over too, and then wait about 5 minutes and then flip it back this way in order to try to get the air pocket. Angel gets the air out herself the best she can right off the bat, so that it makes this whole part right here a little bit quicker. But quick fermenting peppers and tomatoes for storage. This is Angel and UT. We love you guys.
Thanks for watching.
Alright, so let me see if I can explain this one properly. What we did, all we did with this one here is another storage method for this. Both methods, the jarring, they call it canning, and our pickling, and also this fermentation process. You can find a lot better videos for it online. We also saw a video recently from Home in the Sticks that also did this process with some peppers too that he's fermenting off. What we got in here is basil. That's a Mr. Stripey pineapple. That's some indigo rose, I believe, from our local market. And then also some of the blueberry cherry tomatoes, a couple cloves of garlic. This mixture is just water and salt, and we used Himalayan. You're supposed to not use the iodized or processed salt. You try to use a natural salt when you do it. But we put about a tablespoon of Himalayan pink salt in there, and a piece of garlic, some basil, these tomatoes, put them all in there, and then we put a little tiny lid under here too. So when we put this lid on top, it pushes everything down, make sure it keeps underneath that process. But once you get everything in there like that and get everything pushed down, what you want to do is leave it out for a week or two. 6 weeks. So yeah, leave it out for at least 3 or 4 weeks, I would say, and then you store it into your fridge. And it's a way to help preserve some of these. You can do this with tomatoes and peppers. Home in the Sticks did this with peppers recently, and we saw that. But we've been pickling our peppers this year, just to kind of give that a try. But just another way you can kind of store stuff. After it's done, after a few weeks, you want to probably store it in the fridge, and then it keeps months and months and months. So natural salt, water,
and vegetables.
Yep, vegetables stored in there. So I would research anything that we show. Love you guys. Thanks for watching.